Many people identify God of War with the fantastic feeling of thrashing adversaries, blatant beheadings, and the story of one man taking on a pantheon of gods. As a result, we had high hopes for the God of War 2018 fighting mechanics. God of War 2018 not only met, but utterly exceeded those expectations in so many ways. Kratos was more of a loner in the earlier God of War games. He kills the majority of the people he meets, and while they delivered a terrific, action-packed thrill, they didn't exactly tug at the heartstrings. The reboot of God of War corrected that. Kratos' new son, Atreus, skillfully guides the player on their quest from the outset, and it's through these discussions that we learn about the interactions between his father and his newly presented child. And it's exactly that makes their mission to fulfill Kratos' late wife's final desire emotionally charged to a level that the franchise has never been to before. God of War deserves 2 thumbs up for retaining the franchise's unique features while allowing it to evolve with the newly included family dynamic. I never expected the God of War series, known for its button-mashing gameplay and bizarre characters, to make such a significant shift in tone. The subtle portrayal of emotions between father and son is nothing short of incredible, and it's brilliantly interwoven into the game experience. Despite being a sequel, it didn't overcomplicate its premise and did an excellent job of introducing us to the family and portraying the story from these 2 people's perspectives. Because it focuses on a small cast and stays in their point of view, each plot beat has a greater emotional depth than most games in the genre. By the end, I was completely immersed in Kratos and Atreus' relationship. Another clever technique used by God of War was to make the entire game appear to be shot in a single take with smooth transitions. The number of loading screens was reduced from the title screen through the plot and then to the fights, enhancing visual fluency and seamless control for an immersive gaming experience. Needless to say, the coordination and preparation of the game, as well as its performance, must have been extremely difficult given the numerous limitations. Getting the game and the plot to meld together seamlessly requires careful design of both aspects. Each time a battle ends, every facet of the game, such as the player's position, orientation and plot triggers, has to be carefully designed so they don't clash with each other if you end a battle in one position while the story wants you to be somewhere else. Instead, it all feels completely seamless. I really like the opportunity to interact with the surroundings in God of War. Many levels require the use of the Leviathan axe to overcome obstacles such as blocked passages or to facilitate item acquisition. Furthermore, because the Leviathan axe boomerangs back when thrown at random, I often felt compelled to toss it when encountering a new location in the hopes of receiving a surprise as it returned to me. Combined with great level design, I felt compelled to explore every nook and cranny designed by God of War's developers. I simply can't say enough good things about God of War's aesthetics either. The genuine tone generates a fascinating overall plot, which is impressive given that the story is entirely imaginary. One of my favorite aspects of God of War is how its character design expresses its philosophy. When compared to other installments in the series, this one has a more personal touch. On a story level, this may be attributed to Kratos becoming a father, but this is supplemented with a more expressive motion and facial capture than we've seen previously. Yay technology! Kratos and the characters he encounters look far more human than the more cartoonish renditions we saw in previous iterations of the series. The landscapes are also believable and appealing, with excellent lighting and textures that make God of War's legendary backdrop appear realistic and natural. It undoubtedly set a high visual standard. God of War may be about incredible gods, creatures and mythology, but its unexpectedly humanistic aesthetic keeps it grounded and plausible, even relatable. Last but not least, another aspect of God of War that I appreciate is its sound design. Its sound effects blend in seamlessly with the game's aesthetics. The sound of Kratos' axe swimming back to him comes to mind as an example. As the axe moves closer to him, the sound of wind cutting increases, giving the impression that this is a real tool with heaviness and weight. This flavor of meticulous concreteness may be found throughout the game. Yet another aspect of God of War's music that I adore is its audio mixing. As you engage in battle and have multiple adversaries howling around you, the music and other sound effects never overpower and become irritating on the ears. Instead, you may hear all of the information you need to hear without feeling cluttered or fragmented. The audio in God of War is simply outstanding. God of War 2018 has undoubtedly taken the brand to new heights. I admire and respect such games from the bottom of my heart, as their success serves as an important point of reference for other brands' games. The 2018 God of War reboot provided the perfect blueprint for how to take an already successful franchise and offer something innovative and new, while preserving the key elements that made its forebears such a great success. The addition to add Atreus to the fray and making Kratos a father was a very daring choice in my opinion, and the carefully designed relationship between father and son was something I certainly never thought to see in a God of War game. It's something we received, yet never thought we needed, and the game is all the better for it. Now get your axe ready. You see that red button in the distance? Aim for it carefully, make sure you hit it. That is the subscription button to the channel. That's right, you hit it, it's great, now fantastic, I'm proud of you. Now for every exemplary dad out there, make sure to call your boy, leave a like on the video. And lastly, leave a comment down below about your favorite God of War moment.